lonesome. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. Mere Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Mere Mr. Shane means you're grand. Mere Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest in the land. You're the Shane means you're grand. Mere Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land.
Greetings from the Andrews sisters. I'm Patty.
I'm Maxine.
And I'm Laverne.
Say Bella, Bella, even say Wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain me is this to shame. So kiss me, kiss me, kiss me. I say that you will understand.
So that's my my social security. So you do whatever you want with that.
Yeah, could I just also get your mother's maiden name as well?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of That 20-Somethings Show.
We're still here. If you keep coming, we'll keep pumping out more.
Back by unpopular demand, No, no, but anyway, hi guys, and welcome back. It's us again.
It's very nice to see you, Mr. Herman.
Yes.
Oh, Dr. Herman.
And it's nice
Dr.
to see
Herman.
you, Senator Garcia. We're still carrying that through from the presidential debate. Is that what's going on?
I mean, I just like calling you doctor now.
Okay. Well, so
You're a doctor, right? Can you
What?
check this rash out for me, or after? We can do it after. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's
on
fine.
our break. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. This is a very special episode of that 20-something show, isn't it, Pablo?
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah, and that's because we have a non-20-something who will be joining us.
Yes, a non-20. I just realized.
Yeah, he's not a 20-something. I realized that the whole premise of the show, that it was going to be 20-something.
The hosts are.
Okay, sure. We'll call it that. But yeah, we've got a special guest star this evening. Or
Oh, yeah?
whatever time you guys are watching this on YouTube.
I love how I'm pretending like I don't know who it is. Yes, we do have a
Yes,
guest.
we do. It's crazy. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, because he doesn't deserve more than that, my brother, Noah. Yay, Noah. Woohoo. He's here. He's here in the chair that's
the
right
chair,
next to
yes,
me.
wow.
Yeah, it's
So,
so
I just gotta
nice.
say,
Almost
Noah.
as if you set it up for me.
Yeah, right?
Now, before we begin, I just want to let you know, since you are a non-20-something, just take a good look at us. This is you in 5 years.
The hot sauce. This is you in almost just 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 year and like a couple days.
A year and a few days. Yeah,
Yeah.
his birthday's coming up soon. Woot woot.
You hear that, bars?
He's turning 19. Woo!
Damn it!
So close. But yeah, anyway.
In Mexico, you could.
Hey-o.
But yeah, hey.
So we're taking a trip to Mexico.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Nah, but anyway, yeah, we've got our special guest today because the reason we brought on a special guest is number one.
I'm smarter than everyone else.
Correct.
True.
And number two, he's home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yes,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving for those of you
And
who
all
don't
other
know.
places were closed.
And he has nothing better to do. So,
Yep.
and also, he actually was the one that kind of recommended us to do this episode. It's definitely something that he knows about as well.
Yeah.
And for this episode, if you couldn't guess by the title, we're going to be talking about animation. This is your 2-credit course on animation.
Now, Dr. Herman, how much of animation do you know?
I know that it's drawn. And
We are on the same plane, sir.
it's moving pictures. Yes.
All I gotta say, if you ever, at some point in your life, attempted a doodle flip book on your Post-it stack, then this is the episode for you.
That's our extent of knowledge of animation as well. So.
Attempted and failed.
Oh yeah.
There's that.
It should go without saying that fail should be bold and underlined.
I forget what it's called, and I really should know, but the circle with all the slots in it that you.
I had
spin
one of those.
around, Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
have no idea what to call
that's,
those.
That's the extent of my knowledge of animation. So yeah. So this is your 2-credit course on animation, folks. Yeah. But welcome, Noah, to the stream. I'm glad you could make it.
Should I give like credentials? Should I be like?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Talk
Sure.
to us. What have you
Yeah.
been? Oh, hold on, Matt. If you ever read Captain Underpants and used the Fliporama, you
Yes.
did animation.
Yeah.
It's so true.
The fact that they added those into the movie, I applauded that.
I loved it. I loved it so much. But yeah, Noah, give us your background a little
Yes.
bit. What are you doing? Who are you?
Well, I'm Noah Herman. I am currently a musical theater major
Ew,
at
gross.
at Lipscomb University down in Nashville, Tennessee.
Spicy.
Yeah, and I guess I don't have a lot of like animation background or anything, but Mike Naraki, who actually was one of the original like starters of VeggieTales,
I'm sorry.
works at my university.
You dropped something.
You dropped something.
Let me get that name real quick. So I guess that gives me a little sliver of knowledge, even though I have not met him.
Well-
I haven't even met him yet.
Oh my god, yes.
It's even better.
I followed him a little, but that's about it.
No, I learned this just within this past year. VeggieTales actually was the first full-length video that was CGI animated, that was 3D animated.
Nice.
Because it came out just like, I think it was just months before, or maybe it was a full year before Toy Story did. And so, although Pixar really, made it huge and everything, VeggieTales was the first, and although
And you can tell.
yeah, you can tell. It's kind of funny. I was listening to an interview with is it Phil Vischer?
Yeah.
Phil Vischer and Mike Naraki, the creators of VeggieTales.
Who works at my school, by the way.
Okay. And Phil Vischer actually was saying that he animated the entire first sequence in the first film that they put out. He animated it by himself, and it took months to do. And then he realized that he had promised a bunch of people that it'd be out by Christmas, and sure enough, it was not gonna be. And so he brought some other people on board. But yeah, it's animation has come a long way, that's for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, CGI was kind of awesome. The invention of it. I feel like we'll get into took months to make. Hi, I'm Bob. Hi,
they were
I'm
actually
Bob
going to call him
Tomato.
Ronald at first. No.
They really
Ronald the
struggled with the
name. It was going to be, hello, I'm Ronald. And it just, that didn't have the same ring
They're
to it.
I don't feel it.
So I've done absolutely no research to prepare for this.
Same.
Whatsoever. But do you
You're in the right show.
Yeah, right? Do you know offhand what the first animated, the first like 2D animated, the first animated film was?
Would have been Steamboat Willie, wouldn't it?
I mean, that's the first Disney film.
Right, but there have
Mickey
been others
Mouse.
before that.
I feel like there was.
I remember seeing a few months ago. I was watching this video of like animated movies or shorts that predated, Steamboat Willie. There were some trippy ones. Definitely some trippy ones.
Really?
Sure.
Yes.
Super funny, actually. But yeah, it's just crazy how far animation has come from literally
In fact,
flipbook animation.
I'm very sorry. In fact, one of them I know was about toys that come to life. So it was basically their 1920s version of Toy Story.
I do remember
That's
that one.
cool.
No, I do. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because that wasn't it like based on the Tin Soldier or something like that.
Matt, what?
Matt says technically Egyptians used animation.
He's not wrong.
I guess. But but wasn't the original animation, wasn't it about a little toy soldier who saved a doll from a burning, like from a fireplace or something like that? Does that sound vaguely familiar to you?
Yes, it is a story written by Hans Christian Andersen called The Steadfast Tin Soldier.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Or are you really just bullshitting me right now? Because you
That's the actual
100% could be.
That is the actual story. I just don't think I've seen the animation that you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen it. But yeah, I love that. It's just amazing to think of, where it started. What in the Mandela effect are you talking about? That's pretty accurate. Yeah. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Do you know what the
Hence the show.
yeah. Do you know what the first movie that had both live action and animated characters in it?
The first.
Yes, the first.
I remember, I don't know if it was Disney, but they tried to do like Alice in Wonderland with a live action Alice, and everything around her was hand drawn.
The live action Alice is horrifying. The first was actually the first one in like the 30s
the first
or whatever,
one.
horrifying. But actually, the movie Anchors Away. I thought it was Mary Poppins.
Anchors Away.
And I looked it up, and it's actually Anchors Away. So.
I have to look that up.
I've never seen Anchors Away.
If you have a chance, it's actually very interesting.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
See, we even talk about things that we don't
That we
even
have
know.
no idea.
That's how good this show is.
Yeah.
Stop reiterating the plot of the show.
Oh boy. But yeah. So
We can admit
Couldn't
that
agree
animation
more.
has
Couldn't agree more with that
but we can admit that animation has definitely gone through several stages in its evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What was your first experience with animation? I mean, I assume that
That is
from
a hard question to
very
answer.
young age you watched animated films and stuff. Like,
Yeah. Well, I want to say it's, at least, to my memory, I could be wrong, but to my memory, I was brought up with mainly Disney.
Yeah.
Like that's the most that's like many other people, I'm sure that that their biggest memories are just watching Disney movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Don
absolutely.
Bluth was also very present in my childhood.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I remember I either watched Land Before Time or Secret of Nim. One of those I was introduced to first.
Yeah. The Land Before Time was definitely one of my first.
Oh my God! Sorry, Matt said that to his memory, the Rugrats movie was the first movie or the first thing he saw seeing in theaters. Number one, that is awesome. I can only imagine watching Rugrats in the theaters.
I believe Toy Story 2 was the first thing I saw in theaters. Because
wow.
Toy Story 1 came out like a couple years before I was born. Or the year before I was born. And then Toy Story 2 came out, shortly after A Bug's Life and all of that kind of stuff. And so
Yeah.
I think the first thing I saw was actually Toy Story 2, which is crazy. I could be wrong.
Spider-Man 2 was the first movie I saw.
With Tobey Maguire.
Tony Maguire.
Tony
Hey,
Maguire.
what's up? I'm
Tony.
Tony Maguire.
So wait, 1999 was Toy Story 2? Did it? Oh yeah, because
Yes, it was.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Toy Story 1, it was 1995 Toy Story 1 came out because it just celebrated its 25-year anniversary.
Was there anything else in between Bug's Life and Toy Story 2?
I want to say that was it. I mean, sure, that has shorts.
Tobey Maguire, star of the hit animated movie The Boss Baby.
Didn't that have Alec Baldwin in it
Yes,
too?
it did.
Yes.
I didn't know it
Phoebe
had
played the
Tobey
mom.
Maguire in it. Who did?
Phoebe played the mom.
Oh, of course she did.
What a movie! Did you know they added Boss Baby to the balloons for Macy's Day? Thanksgiving
Really?
parade? Yeah.
That is awesome.
That's so
I love
funny.
that.
I wonder if they're gonna have a huge parade this year.
From
Probably
what
not.
I heard, all of the balloons are virtual, which I don't know how they're
Holograms?
balloons
Hey!
tie into the thing.
Hey.
He gets our shtick. He knows. He knows how to do it.
Oh man,
It's like he's been there.
man!
all
In
along.
a couple of years, I can actually join the show.
You can take our jobs. We won't be 20 forever.
And take our jobs like we make any money.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, when we go off and do that 30-something show, you can keep 20-something.
if we still have a show when we're 30, please someone end us. And
Yeah, I'll
just
take you out
finish us. Ooh.
Ideally, I think if we don't make it past the 20s, that's fine. As long as there's a big enough gap so we can come back to it when we're like 70 and we title it, "What the hell is this show again?"
Remember, you have Alzheimer's.
Where's my milk?
What does that even mean? Matt pulls blood.
Yeesh.
So we're getting dark on the episode about animation. Okay, let's go. Woo!
No.
So how do you feel about death?
No, but another really strong childhood presence of animation were those educational animated shows like on PBS and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I used to watch Cyber Chase all the time, which still holds up.
good.
I don't need to learn addition anymore, but it still holds up.
But it's a nice watch.
It's a good show.
Let's be honest, we all need some help in addition once in a while.
I know I do.
I'm getting a C in algebra right now. It's not my strong suit.
Yeah, but like it's a pretty well written show, and it is star-studded as well. Like it has Gilbert Gottfried and it has Christopher Lloyd in it, which is fantastic. I mean, what a quality show. And the other educational one that I would always watch, I would wake up earlier than I had to specifically to watch it, was Magic School Bus.
I get my morning coffee, get my newspaper out.
Yell at the dogs that are at the garbage can.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, Magic School Bus was good.
I loved Miss Frizzle. It was so fun. How many White Claws until I need to watch Cyber Chase to learn to count how many White Claws I drank? True.
Approximately 4.
Approximately.
Give or take.
Do you consider stop motion animation?
Absolutely, I do.
Cool. Well, as long as we're all on the same
Yeah,
page.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
what's the difference between claymation and like drawing? You know.
Right. In
Well,
fact,
the
yeah.
clay.
Thanks.
In fact, the toys, the 1920s toy short that I was talking about, that was stop motion.
Oh.
Oh. I've seen an animated version, a drawn one. So we're talking about different things.
Do you remember the show Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
miss
love
that
Wallace and
show.
Gromit.
So good.
So much.
So-
Yes.
Yeah, and the same company, I believe, produced Chicken Run.
Yeah, Chicken
Yes.
Run.
And didn't they also produce Shaun the Sheep?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because
Cool.
Shaun the Sheep was in
Wallace
and Gromit. Yeah.
Right. He got a spin-off.
Yeah. That's so fun.
Oh,
For the longest time, I really found stop motion very interesting because there was a point that I wanted to go into animation, and I was diving deep into the whole Chicken Run, Wallace and Gromit kind of train, and yeah, I still would like to at some point do some stop motion. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So when I was in elementary school, we had this project where we were learning about prepositions.
Oh, okay.
And preposition.
I still don't know about preposition.
Okay. I'll pat you on the head. And
What happened to my preposition? I took it on an expedition. Put it by the thing. I keep my fish in. Got infected with a skin condition.
I don't know what that was, but
That was from VeggieTales.
Oh my goodness, I don't
It's-
remember that episode.
Remember, it's when he's singing about homophones, and then they say, "Tune in next time to hear him sing." And he's doing that, and then he does another one. It's like, "I'm a pronoun, you're a pronoun, she's a pronoun, we're a pronoun. Wouldn't you like to be a pronoun too?"
No, but so when I was in elementary school, we did this project on prepositions and prepositional phrases, and my friend at the time and we did a project together that was stop motion, and it was this claymation guy, and we had him like it was a short little figure, right? So
Yeah.
we had a coffee mug as well. And he was in the coffee mug, and then on the coffee mug, and beside the coffee mug, and all of the, all the prepositions.
Oh, those are prepositions.
There you go.
Okay.
See, we can learn.
So yeah, so I guess, well, that's funny, because I never really even thought about it until now, but that was like my first experience animating anything. So,
Yeah.
like,
Had any past then?
yes, I did a little bit of animation when it comes to basically flipbook. I
used to make a lot of those.
I think I've mentioned it on stream before because I remember not being able to remember the name, but the little app that came on the Nintendo DS that was like
Oh,
Flipnote.
yes.
Oh, yes. I love Flipnote.
Yeah,
So,
I was all over that.
I made flip notes, which was another experience in animation, and then my only other experience in animation has been in animating like movie titles and stuff for cinematography. So
Yeah.
I've done
Right.
like minor animation things here and there to do little intros and stuff, but not a ton.
Makes sense.
Nothing like nothing like a full out animation, just a little animated title or whatever.
Ben's stop motion.
Ben's stop motion film in Parks and Rec is legendary.
Hear me out. Spencer's stop motion film for iCarly. That is
See,
that after
no,
your time?
sorry.
Is that my age showing? Okay.
That's your young
That's
age
my young
showing.
age. That's my youthfulness showing.
Matt, was it Requiem for a Tuesday or something like that? The title of his
I feel
of his
like it
film?
was something mundane, right?
Yeah, it was something like that.
I can't remember it. I need to.
Yeah, okay, it was Requiem for a Tuesday.
I need to rewatch Parks and Rec because I'm kind of out of it. Like I only watched it one. It's like 1 second long. That's right.
That's beautiful.
No, I do remember that.
And then he was
That
panicking.
took me-
Dude,
that took
that
me
was some
6
good-
hours.
no, that was some good acting, right? Like him freaking out.
Yeah, cause oh jeez, that's so funny. Yeah, I mean, I think we've all dabbled in stop motion a little.
Oh yeah, we all gave that a shot.
Yeah.
It's so easy, but it's so difficult.
Oh yeah, very time consuming.
Yeah.
Could a depressed person make this? Yes.
Yes.
I think that would be so fun, and it's so. I mean, like Noah was saying, it is so easy to do, incredibly difficult, but simple.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it's not easy, it's simple because
And I love that.
you only need yourself and a camera and
Yeah.
materials to work with and stuff. You don't really need a huge crew of other people or anything like that. You just need you. And so yeah.
I mean, people do it with like Legos and stuff, and
Yeah.
so it's really, you don't even need to be able to mold things with clay. Like it's not bad.
That is true.
Speaking of stop motion, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I watch a lot of Robot Chicken, which is great because they use action figures, or sometimes they do their own little claymation
That's cool.
sketches. But I love it. It's they parody everything, but they're able to do it with not the best stop motion, but I think that's the beauty of it, of like how crudely put together it is.
Yeah, and don't they have some where it's like the figure itself is made out of clay, but then the mouth is animated on or something, so it can move? I like that style because it's like it's just a little bit less work, but
Right.
it's also combining two art forms in a way, which I really like.
And they still manage to make it funny.
Yeah.
Combining two art forms. I think that's probably my favorite part of like animation, is that it's so many different art forms in one. Like with just a movie in general, you're dealing with actors and but with animation, not only are you dealing with the actors, but you're also dealing with art style and animation. I think that's really intriguing.
Yeah. In fact, kind of to piggyback on that, that's why I love Fantasia so much, because they find a cool marriage between these pre-existing songs and provide a visual to it that just makes it beautiful. Like it makes you feel like that's what that song was written for.
I want to talk about that for a moment, out of context. I want to talk about the movie Dumbo.
Oh yes.
And I want to specifically talk.
I'm here for that.
I want to talk about pink elephants. Because
dude, that was my favorite part of the whole movie.
Because here's the thing, the music and the animation in that one are so married.
Oh yeah.
You could not have one without the other. And one of the things that I love about it so much is, I can usually tell, like, I like to compose. I like to write music, especially for film. Precisely, Matt.
Pink elephants.
Okay,
grabs mushrooms.
Yeah. But I like to compose. I like writing music, especially for film scores and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that would be an awesome career. but one of the things I was thinking about when it comes to pink elephants is, with every movie ever, for a majority of them, it's we get the raw footage, and this is the story we're telling. Now hand it off to a composer, and they score it, and they put the right emotion into the song to underscore what's happening. But they already know what's happening, and they already have the emotion planned. But with Pink Elephants, it had to be written simultaneously. I cannot figure out where one starts and the other ends. Yeah. They're so intertwined that it's like they had to sit in the same room developing that.
Yeah.
And I love that so much.
You know, I'm not going to veer too off topic on this because it's still somewhat of a mirrored version of what you just said, but I just recently learned that when filming Joker, they came up with the score first, and then they they filmed or went along with what makes it fit to the score. Like what certain scenes work. Yeah, no, I just recently learned that.
I still need to watch that movie.
It's
I hear really
Noah, yes, watch it. It's if you're looking for character study, that's a good character study.
Joaquin Phoenix is insane.
Joaquin Phoenix is a crazy actor. Walking
in all the right ways.
Right. I just got Noah. He blasphemous, but he has not seen any of the Harry Potters. But yeah, I just had him watch the first Harry Potter. That's another thing. Let's this will go everywhere, but
that's the nature of it. Yes.
So CGI mixed with live action.
Oh yeah.
So like animation for special effects. First of all, animation for special effects has gotten just ridiculous. I mean, you can literally do anything now.
Especially with like deepfake technology, it's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That messes me up.
Like the machine learning and everything, it's crazy.
Yeah, but we were watching the first Harry Potter, and it's been a long time since I've seen the first Harry Potter movie. I tend to stick to the later ones because, well, I'm in love with Emma Watson, and seeing her at 10 years old is weird.
Yeah, that would ruin it for you.
But
get out of here.
But we had to start at the beginning, and so I watched the first one, and it's surprising how good the CGI is for 2001.
Especially that troll.
Yeah,
it's so well CG'd.
Like all of it is really well done. So it was pretty insane. I mean, Pixar movies have gotten so good sometimes you can't tell something is animated. Yeah, absolutely.
No kidding.
The Good Dinosaur for me, or is it a?
Yeah, I love that.
It is the.
Yes, there's only one. There's
good dinosaur.
Oh.
One good dinosaur.
I think it's the good dinosaur.
Yeah, but the good dinosaur was my favorite when it comes to nature. When it comes to anything natural, when they did the good dinosaur, I was like, this is the best animation I've ever seen in my entire life.
I thought Zootopia was that for me.
It's not Pixar, that's Disney.
I know, but it's still Disney. And
hey, are you back?
There he is. Hi.
Hello, back.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. What happened?
I don't know. It internet was being a butt.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
Well, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad that was a short-lived butt.
Okay then.
Let's just
Yeah, no.
Moving past that, and but yeah, Good Dinosaur.
Yes.
We were talking about how amazing the natural aspect of that was. Homer didn't pay the internet bill.
That's funny.
Yes.
I would. The other thing about animation that's so fun, especially when it comes to Pixar, is the amount of acting acting choices that go into CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense because you can have a character. You're completely in control of what that character's facial expressions are. And so it's really interesting when a voice actor will deliver a line a certain way, and then they'll go in and animate it with like certain facial expressions to make it sound and feel correct.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
to me, that's like insane art.
And that's why it's cool that they filmed them as they're recording their lines.
Matt.
What's that?
Mine is actually not Wally. I actually don't like Wally very much.
Well,
It's Wally and Up. Everyone talks about Wally and Up, and those are actually like, I don't like Wally
so,
and Up very
well, then
much.
what is your favorite Pixar movie?
Brave.
Mr. Know-It-All?
Brave.
Brave?
And I
Okay.
know
Brave's
that
a good
sounds
one.
dumb.
Brave's a
Nobody
good
talks
one.
about Brave, but I think it's so good, and I think it's so well animated. And I think it's a
Yeah,
really good
I'll give you
marriage
that.
of like whimsical animation and like realistic animation.
Cars
I
2.
love it.
Cars
Cars
2.
2. The worst Cars.
That's funny. That's the only Cars movie I skipped.
Yeah, I watched.
That's
I
fine.
watched Cars 1 and 3. I
That's-
still
that's-
to this
that's
day
how I
have not
watched it.
seen 2.
It's not worth it. Have you seen Planes?
No.
I feel like
I have seen
I
Planes.
have not seen Planes.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like,
I wouldn't compare it to Cars 2 because I haven't seen Cars 2.
It's weird.
So,
Tow Mater is a spy. It's
Tomato.
Tomater. That's what his name is.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
And
boy.
he's like a James Bond type spy too. It's interesting.
I don't.
Planes isn't Pixar? I thought it was.
Is it just Disney?
Blue Sky, I think.
Oh.
I
I
mean,
thought it was Blue Sky.
okay. I didn't realize that. I thought it was a direct spin-off of Cars, and I thought it was
I thought so,
Pixar's
too.
thing.
I thought so.
But I suppose not. So back to your Wall-E thing. I think Wall-E was great when it came out, but I think they've done so much that, so much more since then, that I don't think, I really don't think that they have put out anything worse than they had previously.
Yeah.
And
Except Cars 2.
well, okay. But when they come out with a new movie, not a sequel, except for the Toy Stories, because I genuinely think that Toy Story 4 is their best thus far. But
I'll agree with that, yeah.
but when they continue to put out these movies, it's hard because Wall-E was so good when it came out, and now it's like just Wall-E. It's only Wall-E compared to everything else. So yeah, but Wall-E was great.
Yeah.
And the animation style of Wall-E was pretty awesome.
Didn't they had what was his name as a live action president in Wall-E, didn't they? Fred Willard. They had Fred Willard in there.
As a live action president?
Yeah.
I thought he was live action,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
he? Yeah.
I think so.
I don't remember this.
Because
but
it was in
possibly.
like TV clips. Because there were
Yeah, exactly.
There were a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
live action TV.
Oh my God,
clips in the
yeah,
movie.
you're right.
Like from Singing in the Rain.
Singing
I
in
think.
the Rain,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that. That again, it's that mix of art forms that's really kind of cool.
Hello, Dolly. Got you. I knew it was one of the classics.
I was like,
You're like, who are you talking?
who
to?
told you that?
No, I
wasn't
got you.
looking at
I
that.
I was reading it too.
I have a bug.
Well, what's funny is I saw him look, and
Thank
I
you.
thought he was looking directly into your eyes, and you didn't say anything. And
Yeah.
then he said, "Hello."
We read
Dolly."
each other's thoughts.
Yes. I was like, nice.
Hello, Dolly.
Good. I definitely thought it was like telepathy or something. I was like, ooh.
Now,
really?
okay, I need to look up the name of this movie real quick because
Hey,
I think it's really interesting and I want to talk about
we
it.
don't look things
Okay.
up here.
So there's this Bollywood movie that I think is really, really intriguing to me. And they used CGI to make a man short. And it's the weirdest thing, but they got everything so right that he looks like this guy's just a short person. Like, he's like 5'10" in the movie, and he's not a short person at all. But like, they specifically took like 6 shots.
What is this?
You want me to look it up?
Look it up, yeah.
Okay.
It's a Bollywood film.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm sorry.
he's gonna look it up. But yeah, so
Okay.
my favorite movie for a long time was actually The Incredibles.
I love The Incredibles.
While he's looking up the Bollywood.
Ooh, that's a
film.
good one.
It's a movie called Zero. Like, spelled out, the word zero.
And now you know.
0. Okay.
It's incredible. If
I'll
you
check
can
that
find,
out
like,
later.
bits and pieces of it, it's crazy how well it's animated.
Yeah. But The Incredibles,
Okay.
The Incredibles was my favorite for a long time because I think the comedy in it is just on point, and like especially for when it came out, I was. Well, when did it come out? It was like 2006 or something like that.
2009?
I don't know. I can't remember.
What the first Incredibles, right?
Yes, the original. The second Incredibles came out like
probably
2 years ago.
2005. I think
2004.
Wow.
Jeez.
So I
there we
was
go.
a child, but the thing is, like, I grew up with it still, and so like I would watch that movie over and over again growing up, and it still held true throughout, and I got different jokes throughout that entire point of my life. So like for me it was my favorite movie.
Oh yeah, that's the great.
Because I understood something different about it each time I watched it.
Yeah.
Which was super cool. That it could tailor to yes. Syndrome is the best
100%.
Pixar antagonist, Antigonist, which is
100%.
Antigone, actually. And now we're transferring into Grecian theater.
No, love The Incredibles. Yes. The
Oh,
Incredibles is so
so
good. But yeah, Syndrome is the best antagonist. You've got me monologuing. I love that.
Get it? Because he's holding one log.
Okay, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Why did I even invite you?
He's monologuing.
Oh boy. No, but there is something about The Incredibles that's just like you catch something new each time you watch it, which is great. And then the decade long decade and a half long wait for the Incredibles sequel.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic.
Which was really good.
Just great. I mean,
Worth the wait.
absolutely
It was worth the wait.
If you haven't seen The Incredibles 2, it's fantastic. Yeah. It is. It is so good. And I think that's the same. I think that's the same with all Pixar. I don't think Pixar does anything halfway.
No.
Oh no, they definitely go all
Except
out
for
on
maybe
it.
Cars 2. But you know.
They wanted to test different avenues.
All right.
Like, what was that pitch like? Like, you know this hillbilly? We're gonna make him James Bond.
Well, here's the
Because
thing.
who doesn't want Larry the Cable Guy as a secret agent?
James Bond.
I'm sure that it appealed to some audience.
Oh yeah.
Just not this one.
No, not this one at all.
But that's the thing. It's like I know for a fact that the pitch, we can sell so many toys.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes that's just what it is. But I do like the fact that cars. Jeez, different avenues. No, but I do like the fact that, like, because I've read up, what was that Pixar book that we read? What was that
What's
Pixar, the Pixar book that
Oh,
we read? I forget what it's called.
Yeah, we did a good job reading it.
Yeah, it's so good. But then there's also a Pixar documentary.
Sounds like my style.
And there's a Pixar. That might be it.
Theory, yeah, I think that's it.
Sounds right. But anyway, there's also a documentary, and they both talk about the writing room and the brainstorming sessions that they had. and they both discussed what would happen in those meetings and how it was just like, leave your ego at the door, and we're just going to go in here and we are going to correct everything. That's because awesome. We all know that it's probably going to be wrong. Our first instinct, probably wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And so I love the fact that they have these meetings where it's like, let's make this better. And yes, I wrote this scene, I animated this scene, but I'm not attached to it, you know? Just because I did it doesn't mean that my ego has to be involved. And I think that's what makes their movies so incredible, is the fact that they can have these moments where they're just like, what can we do to make this a better movie?
Yeah.
Without my feelings getting hurt about it, just because I put the time into making this, you know. And I think that's because, you know, overall, those little details really make everything better.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's so good.
There's not a moment of The Incredibles that falls flat. Mm-hmm. There's not a moment of the original Cars that falls flat.
Show don't tell is the best rule when writing a screenplay. Yeah. Well, of course.
And do not show is the best rule of acting.
So a thing that I watched in the documentary, because they didn't bring up this specific example in the book, but in the documentary they actually showed footage of the writing room for Finding Nemo.
Okay.
And this guy had animated a scene where Marlin, it was in the anemone, and Marlin was talking to Nemo and saying, "Hey, it's the first day of school. Aren't you excited? Time to get up, whatever, you know, that kind of stuff." And the whole time, Nemo was just kind of not looking at him at all. And they picked it out. They were like, you know, he has to look at him at this particular moment, and then his eyes can drift away, because right now he looks dead. And sure enough, that little change of just changing the focus of where his eyes are, it really fleshed out that whole scene. Not only did it make him look alive, but it also gave him like a motivation and an attitude about the entire encounter and all of this kind of stuff. And so it was very interesting, just seeing that little change. And the guy who animated it was just like, yeah, I'm glad that they told me. It was like a post interview after that meeting, and he was like, yeah, I'm glad they told me that, because to be honest, I was focused on animating Marlin. I didn't even think about Nemo in that scene, because the focus should be on Marlin in that scene. And it is.
But if Nemo looks dead, then the focus is going to be on Nemo.
Exactly. And so, yeah, it's just so interesting. And it's interesting to think about that when it comes to all different forms of, like, entertainment and stuff, is what's going on in the background, what's happening, you know?
Yeah.
And I think Pixar does a really good job of that. You can see motion in the background that's not even the focus of what's going on, which is awesome. Yeah. Are you still there, Pablo, or are you having troubles?
Oh, no, I'm still there. I just gotta... I had an email. I just had to respond real quick.
He's just ignoring you.
He's ignoring me. That's fine.
No, I was definitely listening. Yeah. You know,
yeah.
how Pluto's not a planet anymore. And yeah. No, I got the whole thing.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Pluto deserves to be a planet.
So, what is your favorite listening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, those of you in the chat, and Pablo and Noah, I'd like to hear your input.
Excluding me.
What's your favorite 2D animated film? And if you take mine, I'll hurt you. But what's your favorite 2D animated film?
Okay. My favorite 2D animated film.
Yes.
I like the dogs barking in the background specifically. I'm thinking.
I know, no, dude. They stay quiet until the call starts. Yeah. Until the stream starts.
Tarzan is super good, man.
Oh yeah.
It is.
So soundtrack, the actual animation of it, the fact that they incorporated the 3D set modeling with the 2D animation, fantastic.
I just want Phil
good.
Collins to write a musical, like another one, obviously.
I was about to say he did.
Tarzan. I want him to write another musical.
Phil Collins.
Yes.
Amen. Yes. But yeah, Tarzan is a fantastic musical, and if you haven't heard the Broadway version, it's even better than the animated film. Like the music gets even better,
So much better.
somehow. I don't know how.
Favorite, like specifically animation wise, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
So
that's a good one.
Beautiful animation.
Another instance of 3D set modeling.
Yes.
Just when it comes to Notre Dame itself, the cathedral window, the stained glass window, like that was super cool. What a moment, right, in film history. What about you, Pablo? You got one?
I'm thinking.
So I'm gonna talk about mine while you're thinking.
I'm debating
so I'm gonna interrupt you.
Okay. I'm debating between Anastasia and Princess and the Frog.
Oh.
Okay, well, Princess and the Frog
Because-
is mine, so
Choose a different
I
one.
thought you said Tarzan though.
no. Matt said Tarzan.
Oh. Okay, well then I can talk about Anastasia then.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about Anastasia for a minute. And for those of you who just joined us, we are talking about animation, and we're just talking about our favorite 2D animated films. So if you'd like to, just drop your favorite 2D animation in the chat. We'd love to talk about it. Go ahead, Pablo. Sorry.
No, you're fine. But yeah, I really liked Anastasia because it's.
He doesn't like Princess and the Frog. I think he's wrong, but that's fine.
Band. Where's the band?
It's all right, Matt. It's all right. We all like different things.
Can we get a ban Matt in the chat, please? I'm just kidding.
You ban Matt and I'll kill you.
I'm kidding.
Listen here, Jacob. I'll drop you before I drop Matt.
Hashtag ban Matt. No, but anyway, Anastasia, Pablo.
Right. No, I just like the whole aspect of animating a a darker setting, a darker theme.
Yeah.
Which honestly, that's what made the Black Cauldron fail. But I love the Black Cauldron as well because of because of all the dark themes that they incorporated. Because at least for me, when I was growing up, I had a lot of lighter animated movies like Disney. Disney does a lot of lighthearted or at least brighter looking things, but there was something about the way that Anastasia and the Black Cauldron kind of pushed the envelope on the scary side of it.
And Black Cauldron was Disney.
Yeah.
Black Cauldron was the movie that almost killed Disney.
That almost killed Disney.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I think it's the first Disney movie to have some CG component in there or some 3D animation
for like the magic and the fire and stuff like that.
Yeah, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah,
absolutely. I believe I've seen it all the way through.
Yes, I made you.
but only once. So I'd be interested to watch it again just to get more of it.
It's a good watch, honestly.
But
and it's on Disney Plus, so
which is surprising because it almost killed them. But I think Anastasia is also one of those that I've seen once.
I have never seen Anastasia.
But
it's really good.
Is it Disney?
That was it's 20th Century Fox, but Disney bought it now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which is interesting. But it's Fox. Yeah, for sure. There's another one that's Fox, and it's basically, what is it, Joseph? Is that what it is?
Oh, yes.
Joseph, King of Dreams.
Prince of Egypt.
Prince
of Egypt.
Iron Giant.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, there you go, Matt. Iron Giant is awesome. All of those were very un-Disney.
James.
Let's not forget that studio also did 8 Crazy Nights.
Was James and the Giant Peach Disney?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha. I thought it wasn't. I thought it was Fox.
But yeah, like all of the ones that we just named, Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt, best soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good soundtrack.
But all of those that we mentioned are so very un-Disney, and you can tell. But the quality of them is the same to me, anyway. Yeah. Like, I still think, you always think about Disney as this giant in the corporation world, in the film industry and stuff like that.
Best time movie. Yeah.
Right? But I love the fact that these 20th Century Fox films held up compared to this massive thing that is Disney.
Right.
Which is awesome.
It's hard putting something out there that's going to compete with a mega giant like Disney.
Yeah.
Road to El Dorado.
Yeah, I was going to talk
Road
about
to
that
El Dorado. Oh my God, yes.
I was going to talk about that one after I talked about Princess and the Frog for a minute to try to get Matt on board. I'm going to try to persuade you. So
I was just watching that movie, by the way, in preparation for this.
Yeah, right? So I guess what I want to know, Matt, is there any specific thing that you don't like, that you specifically don't like about Princess and the Frog? Or do you just not like it as a whole? Is there something that turns you off about it? Because I'll correct you.
Well, there's something that turns me off about it. And I mean, I love it, but there is definitely stuff that turns me off about it.
What?
Well, the fact that, Disney toted it as this, like, we're including black stories, and then they're animals the entire movie.
Okay. But, like...
Fair. But, I mean, it doesn't make me dislike the movie. I still enjoy it. I'm just like, let's do better, Disney.
Yeah, but also, she becomes a princess, so,
True.
like...
This is true.
They still get a happy ending.
She got a restaurant.
She got a restaurant. She gets to eat beignets.
Okay. If it's just not your cup of tea, that's fine.
Then you're just wrong.
Then you're just incorrect, and that's fine with me. I don't care. No, but oh my God! Hold on! No, wait a minute, man. No, you're fine. It's fine.
It's not fine.
For those of you watching on YouTube, Matt just said he's not a big fan of jazz.
And he's wrong.
I'm just not a big fan of happiness.
Yeah.
Joy just isn't my thing.
Okay, so to be honest, that's fair. If you're not a big fan of jazz, it's probably not #BandMac.
Yeah. Woo.
No. But if you're not a huge fan of jazz, then obviously...
And Randy Newman do the music.
Yeah, but obviously Princess and the Frog is not the movie for you. But here's what I like about the animation specifically. Remember how earlier I was talking about how Pixar does a really good job of animating things happening in the background that aren't really the central focus, but add to the movie as a whole? I think Princess and the Frog did this to the utmost extent. I think everything in Princess and the Frog that is, like, in the frame is important. Yeah. And I think that they did a really good job with that.
Or the wallpaper and Friends on the Other Side.
That is my specific example for that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. But in Friends on the Other Side, when the what's his name, Dr. Facilier, when Dr. Facilier has his shadow, anytime his shadow is on the wallpaper, it changes. The wallpaper changes to like skulls. And is it skull and crossbones or is it just skulls?
Yeah, skull and crossbones.
Yeah, skull and crossbones.
It feels like something that Imagineers would have come up with in like the Haunted Mansion or something.
Exactly.
Totally.
And it just feels so right. Also, I think that Dr. Facilier is the best villain. Because his intentions are so very clear. And I think that he's the best villain because he gets exactly what he deserves. We know what happens to Dr. Facilier. We don't know what happens to Gaston. He just falls. We assume he died, we assume. But knowing Disney, tons of animated characters can fall from that height into a pile of feathers and be perfectly fine. So we don't know what happened to Gaston.
Yeah.
He's impaled on one of the towers.
Right? We don't know what happened. Right? We don't know what happened to a ton of Disney villains. But we do know exactly what happened to Dr. Facilier. Dr. Facilier got pulled to the other side because he made a pact with evil.
Yeah.
And so,
I love how high the stakes are with him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just I die. It's I get tortured for the rest of eternity.
Yeah.
In basically what is hell.
And he very clearly sets that up.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's great. I think the movie as a whole is pretty good when it comes to that kind of stuff. Clayton could have survived being hung at the end of Tarzan.
Man, I don't know.
Could have. I don't know. Maybe.
Right.
A lot of Disney villain endings are very ambiguous.
Yeah. Gravity always has something to do with it.
Gravity always has something to do with it. Which is
John Mayer enters the chat.
It's
like no, they say hey, the movie needs to end real quick, and then Gravity's like, I got it.
Well, it's funny because I think that actually stems from biblically speaking. I think that's what it comes from. It comes from this idea in Christianity that pride comes before a fall, and they do it literally. No, it's okay. and they do it literally. Disney was a Christian man, and I think he did that with all of his villains for a very clear reason. Yeah. That pride always comes before a literal fall in their cases. And so that's, just kind of a clever way of putting religion into Disney movies.
Also, it's a good way to kill someone without showing they're killing them.
Yeah.
It's true.
Because they fall through fog and then are never seen again, or they fall
we know what happens there.
Yeah. Or Goofy, you can hear him all the way down. See, we want to talk about Gaston falling and surviving. How many times does Goofy survive? Okay, so I don't want to talk about it.
Well, he always has to. It's in his contract.
It's in his contract.
The Goofy movie. Now that's a good movie.
Goofy movie and what is it? Another Goofy
An extremely goofy movie.
That's right. A goofier movie. No.
A goofier movie, yes.
Both of those are fantastic. Yes.
The Goofy Movie 3, Too Fast, Too Goofy.
Too Fast, Too Goofy. Oh boy. Oh gosh. But yeah, I do love the Goofy movies. There is something to be said because Disney as a corporation has these characters that like Goofy and Pluto and Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. And Goofy Movie 2, Electric Goofaloo.
If that doesn't get made, then I give up on Disney.
Thank you for that. No, but Disney does have these certain characters it's really interesting when they make movies based on those characters because in general, they don't make a ton of them. And
yeah, who else lost their minds when the Three Musketeers came out?
Yes, right? Exactly. Three Musketeers was great. And so it's stuff like that, these iconic characters from all of the shorts and from all of Disney history end up, having their own full movies, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that's something they should do more of, especially now when things are being either redone or getting sequels or something like that. Put out some more character pieces on, backstories of Mickey. And
Chip and Dale are getting a movie.
I didn't even know that.
That's awesome.
But that's super cool.
Chip and Dale are gonna get a movie.
That's so awesome. I think we should have more stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
Goofy. I think Goofy should have like a coming of age movie about himself, not his son, but about Goofy.
That'd be really cool.
Like,
I'd watch that. That'd be cute.
Right? I would so watch that. And like Mickey should have a family oriented, not family oriented.
Or not a family-oriented movie.
No, but a family movie.
He's
like,
selling drugs in the streets.
Oh, God.
It's hard out here.
Minnie becomes a prostitute.
Yes.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
I'm going to hell, but okay.
The movie is called A Pimp Named Mickey.
Oh, God.
And it's like, no, but
The Mickey Mouse whorehouse.
and we're canceled. We're canceled now.
We need a canceled command.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're canceled.
Oh, man.
But yeah,
Disney shorts.
Yeah.
What's
Those
your
were
favorite
fun.
Disney short?
Oh, that's a great one.
Go. I thought you're gonna rapid fire it. What's your favorite Disney short? Go.
So are we?
Disney
Wait
short, go.
a minute. Are we talking specifically Disney shorts, or are
Yes.
we talking Pixar shorts? Because Pixar has some awesome shorts as well.
Let's do one of each.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
This one's very much so.
Well, what was yours?
Piper. I love Piper so much, and nobody talks about Piper. See? Nobody talks about it. It's
You're right.
so beautiful. I think it's one of the most beautifully animated, like, Disney things of all time.
Which one's Piper?
It's the one about the sandpiper, the little bird.
Oh,
yeah,
I know
yeah,
what
the
you're
little
talking about.
bird at the
It was-
side of the ocean.
It was the opening Pixar short for Finding Dory.
Yes.
Oh, I feel like I watched Finding Dory once.
Yeah,
So
That's
it is
Pixar,
Pixar. Yeah. It was the opening Pixar short for Finding Dory.
Yes.
I also I don't know of a ton of so here's the thing, Pablo, you watched a ton of Disney shorts growing up. I did not. I did not watch a ton of Disney shorts. I watched a lot of Pixar shorts.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
I don't really know
I
a
don't
ton
know
of Disney shorts.
either.
I do know my favorite Pixar short is the man playing chess.
Oh my
that's a
God!
good
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's I don't know
It's
why.
like Gerald's Game or something. I don't
Something
know.
like that.
Yeah, but it's so good.
That one is a really
That was
good one.
that was for Bugs Life, right? They
I
had that one for
believe
Bugs
so.
Life.
Yeah. Also, can we
One man band. One man band is so good.
what is it? Was it Bugs Life or was it something else? No, it had to be something else. There was an opening to a Pixar film that was a spoof on Lou. Wait a minute. What is Lou? I forget which one Lou is.
Lost and Found.
Is
You know,
that
it's
what that is?
It's like a creature that forms from the Lost and Found pile
Is that
at,
what that one
at a
is?
playground. Yeah.
I do like that one. Wasn't that one recent? That one was.
That one at all.
I think.
2017.
Lou?
Yeah.
Was that when Toy Story 4 came out? Was that Toy Story 4?
Toy Story 4 is more recent, I think.
Yeah, it's more recent.
Did Toy Story 4 just come out last year? I feel like time has gone by real quickly.
Yeah.
And I don't know where anything is anymore. Another one of my favorite shorts is the Snow Globe short.
Oh, that was a cute one.
Yes.
So
That's a cute one.
yeah.
Cars 3.
Is that what that was for?
That's why I don't remember it, because I don't think I saw Cars 3.
Huh.
Boundin'.
Boundin'. Oh my goodness. What a good short.
You know which one really, did not hit with me, and it did for so many people? Bow.
Oh, really?
I didn't get it. I didn't like it. I still don't get it.
I really liked Bow.
I don't know
it
which
was
one.
I think it was for Incredibles.
Incredibles 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
But which one?
It's
is
like
It's a mother that eats her son.
it's this mother that. Yeah, it's a dumpling.
Oh, is it the dumpling one?
Yes.
No, I know what you're talking about now. Okay, yeah. It's
Yeah.
the mother that eats her son. Oh, okay,
It
cool.
is.
Very Disney of you. Yes. Can we also talk about? I want to continue to talk about shorts because I think they're great. But at some point, can we talk about the dark side of Disney because they're really good at it?
Oh.
Continue. Go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
I'm down. So for Pixar, since everybody's been mentioning all these great ones for Pixar, there's this one that I haven't seen in a long time, but I thought it was just goofy. It was the one with the birds that came at the beginning of Monsters Inc.
For the Birds.
Yes, For the Birds is so good.
Don't know what that
Oh
was
yeah,
called,
Donald
though.
Duck is a Nazi. I remember
Yeah.
that one.
Okay.
Well,
that
no,
one,
he was scared of being a Nazi, so he had a dream about being a Nazi.
Yes. So we're gonna
We're
bring
bringing
Hitler
Hitler
into
into
this. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Um.
We're talking about animation and Hitler.
You want to hear Donald Duck having a nightmare?
Yes.
You want to hear Donald Duck having a nightmare?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what we waited for.
Yeah, are you lagging? Oh no, Pablo's
no.
lagging on us.
He's gone.
Well, sayonara, Pablo. So anyway, we are going to take just a short break while Pablo figures this out. And
I feel like I was setting you up. I feel like I was setting you up for me to hang up, but I wasn't.
But that's okay because we're going to take just a short break anyway. But we will be right back after this, and we'll talk about some more shorts, and we'll definitely talk about Donald Duck, Hitler, and we will definitely talk about the dark side of Disney. But we'll be right back after this.
I've known and I've known some. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. Amir Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Amir Mr. Shane means you're grand. Amir Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest. It means you're the fairest in the land. It means you're the please let me explain. Amir Mr. Shane means you're grand. Amir Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land.
Greetings from the Andrews sisters. I'm Patty.
I'm Maxine.
And I'm Laverne.
I could say Bella, Bella, even say wunderbar. Each language only helps me tell you how grand you are. I've tried to explain. Amir Mr. Shane, so kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, so that you will understand.
So, moral of the story: don't stick it in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, we're live.
Oh,
We're back.
Oh,
live.
sorry.
Hey. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Anyway, you didn't hear that, guys. But anyway, we are back, and we are here to speak with you about animation because we know something about it, I guess.
no, we don't.
We've tried to know something.
I've
about
watched movies.
I've
I've seen them before.
I did a thing once.
I have
Moving
opinions.
pictures.
Yeah. But anyway, we were with you. Yes, of course, with you. But yeah, with you and no one else, Matt. No, but
Presently, Purple's gonna be upset.
right. If she tunes back in, maybe. But yeah, no, we are back. It is official.
Yes.
And we are going to talk about.
I was
continuing.
yeah.
I suppose.
I had somewhat narrowed down what my favorite Disney short is. It's either through the Looking Glass. I think it's when Mickey goes through the Looking Glass and he starts dancing with like all these playing cards, and it's fun. That, or probably my all-time favorite is Mickey's band, like Mickey's Big Band, I think, where it's an older one where Mickey's conducting a concert outside, and Donald Duck keeps interrupting by either by selling popcorn and lemonade, or he pulls out his flute and starts playing. And for starters, my favorite out of the trio is Donald Duck. I love Donald Duck, and so the fact that he was given a lot of spotlight on that one, it was just great. He was such a little asshole. I loved it.
Right, it was super fun.
And then the Flight of the Bumblebee came in, and then everything just got way better when they were on Tornado.
I love that.
That is right. I think I do remember that one. I'm less familiar with all those Disney shorts, so I wouldn't be able to pick a favorite because
honestly,
Or
that
like
was
Nazi Donald Duck.
yes,
that was probably the selling point for me when I got Disney Plus, because I realized I can watch all these shorts.
right. Yeah, I'll have to go through and I'll watch some, and then when we do the sequel to this episode, the 3-credit course on animation, then
the final exam.
final exam, animation
And presentation.
Animation, the presentation.
I'll have to get Mike Naraki on here.
Yeah.
Yes.
My good friend Mike
Your
Naraki,
good friend
that
Mike
I've never met yet.
Once again, you dropped something.
Yeah, thank you so much.
But yeah, I'll have to watch some more of those, and I'll give all of you viewers who are desperately interested in my favorite Disney short, I'll give you all the answer to that question once I watch them.
All mat of them.
All Matt.
All Matt of them.
No, I'm sure that some of you will watch this on YouTube later, and if you don't, you won't hear me saying this, so it doesn't matter.
Whoa, we're getting real meta here. I don't know if I like that.
Yikes. No, but anyway.
Inception has really good CGI.
So Hitler.
Yeah, my bud, my pal.
No,
You're just friends with everyone, aren't you?
let's talk about that though, because Disney really did have a dark side.
Yes.
And tends to do dark things really well for it being a children's organization. Their primary audience is children.
And family.
Well,
And family.
yes, and family, but children, for the most part, they're really tailoring their stuff to. And I do think it's very interesting that they have a really firm grasp of evil and dark and scary when it comes to kids movies and stuff like that. Like Maleficent is terrifying. The character, the character in Sleeping Beauty, but like obviously the spin-offs and the live action and stuff like that, great, fantastic. But specifically talking about the original animation of Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent is terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm very uncomfortable watching it as a 24-year-old man. I'm not okay with that. Like
the voice crack on man just like sold it for me.
Thanks.
Especially when talking about
man.
this 24-year-old man found the time to sit down and watch Sleeping Beauty.
Absolutely, you know. What else do I do now?
I'm not judging. I do that whenever I have free time.
And you're 25. So.
I'm 25.
I'd venture to say that there aren't very many kids like TV or movies that aren't very dark. I mean, look at Nightmare Before Christmas, look at anything Roald Dahl, look at anything Tim Burton. Like those are all children's. Those are
you
all
just
marketed
named
towards
the same
children.
thing.
Roald Dahl and Tim Burton are not the same thing. I know that you think that, but they're not the same thing.
They collaborate well.
That they do. As long as Johnny Depp is the star.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
But
did you ever hear what inspired him to with his portrayal of Willy
Not
Wonka?
his wife.
He said, "Damn! Wow!"
Oh no! So anyway.
Wow. So he imagined his interpretation of Willy Wonka was what he envisioned George W. Bush would be like if he gave a tour of the White House completely stoned.
That's so funny.
Accurate. Really freaking
and
accurate.
And I was like, that'd be funny. I'd watch that.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I would too. Well, I did. I have multiple times. But yeah, no, that's great.
That is.
But yeah, you're right. No, it's not just Disney, but I think Disney definitely has a knack for it. Disney definitely does evil well. I mean, look at everything in the animation from the way the character is drawn to, like, for instance, Scar.
Yeah.
Okay? In Lion King. The way that character is drawn makes him look more angular and more pointed and more aggressive than the other lions. And they're lions.
Yeah.
I mean, they're inherently feisty and scary animals to begin with. You know, I wouldn't want to just chill with a lion. Like it's not a fun thing to do. But
Are you sure? I think you're lying about that.
Get out. But
No, that's strike two.
Listen, now one more peep out of you. So even the difference in the drawing between Scar and Mufasa is inherently dark and aggressive and angry. And then when they start singing Be Prepared and everything gets all green and then red, and it's like those are unnatural colors and the colors of anger and envy, and like you just get this sense of darkness and evil.
And the hyenas start marching in Gustav.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they do.
That's the cherry on top.
That is true.
That's nice.
Once again with Disney and Hitler.
I honestly think that it stems from Walt Disney not being the best person in the world.
Color theory.
I honestly think that being able to do evil well is because I think that on some basis Walt Disney related to it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, Disney is everything Hitler, and somehow Walt Disney was mildly anti-Semitic. So, you know, there is that. Okay, we're all just gonna drink at the same time, I see.
I'm sorry.
No, but Matt, you're right. Color theory.
Yeah.
You know, just.
But that's just a theory. A color theory.
We can't take his thing. We can't take his thing live on the internet. That's literally not okay.
That's true.
We can't do that. But so to the YouTube community who's watching this, we're sorry. But anyway.
In fact, at this point, let's just put a watermark on the video. It just says we're sorry.
Fair use. Yeah. It's not the same. We didn't say the word game, so it's fine.
You just said
Not
it.
in context.
Imagine if that's how copyright worked. Like, you just could not say
They're just
words.
waiting out for it. He said it!
He said it? Yeah, but no, for real.
Someone's gonna, like, splice your voice instead of saying color. It just goes, game theory.
Yikes.
Yes.
No, but yeah, for real. I think that Disney is really interesting when it comes to dark and just evil and stuff like that. I think the presence of it is a little more unsettling than in other films.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm over analyzing it, but I do think like that in The Road to El Dorado, the character isn't as loomingly evil. That one guy whose name escapes me.
Because it's a tough thing to pronounce, yes.
What is it?
Oh, I still don't. Like, I can't.
Okay. So we're good. No, we're all on the same page. We have no idea what we're talking about.
That's this entire thing. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. Oh, you know what else was a movie?
What?
Didn't
The American president.
No.
Spy Kids.
Didn't they have an animated version of Moses? Didn't Fox have an animated version of Moses too?
Yes, the Prince of
That's
Egypt.
the Prince of Egypt.
Oh yeah, that's right. That
Oh yeah, that is Moses.
That is what that is. Hi, I'm an idiot. No, but okay. So like,
Yes.
even the dark presence in the Prince of Egypt being like the Pharaoh at the time, not as dark as, in fact, the acts of God were darker than the Pharaoh himself, who
Yeah.
was
Also made a
supposed to
bomb ass song out of it.
right? You know, and just all of that kind of stuff. Like, Disney really hit hard on the evil. And I think about it even in, so we're going to talk about the original Cars for a minute. Like,
A good one.
yeah, the original Cars. Like, even Pixar took some of those things and did it. Like Sid from Toy Story.
Yes.
Evil.
Yeah.
The original Cars. Even the original Cars, so mild, like, minor character evil. The tractor. Like,
Yeah.
the tractor
Dude,
in,
that
in
scene.
Cars. You know which one I'm talking about, Pablo?
Is that the one
It's the Harvester.
Yeah.
And it's like so aggressively evil and
I had
aggressively angry.
I had a fear of harvesters for a while because of that movie. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie.
There you go.
I can't even deny.
You know,
that.
I don't judge.
And I couldn't watch the Care Bear.
The Care Bear.
The Care Bear in
Oh,
Toy
bro.
Story 3. I couldn't watch. Okay, Matt. Yeah, Sid was not evil. He was just misunderstood, and he was raised by terrible parents. But you know, besides that.
I don't know. Hannah seemed okay.
Anyway. But yeah, he was the forgotten child. He just wanted to blow stuff up.
He was going through puberty, a lot of angst at that age.
You know how I'm so full of rage.
I couldn't watch the beginning of Finding Nemo for the longest time.
Yeah.
Purely because of the Barracuda.
I also had a fear of Barracuda.
Ooh.
You know,
Barracuda.
early Pixar really had a very interesting toll on my fears.
Yeah, right? That is true, Matt. Who doesn't want to blow
Who
shit up?
doesn't?
And it is an interesting theory. Maybe Buzz and Woody are the evil characters in that situation because
they don't want to
to
get
be
blown up.
honest, they're just toys. Like,
Yeah.
this kid just wants to play with toys, and they're making it impossible for him to do that. And so, yeah.
True.
There's a little spin on that movie. But anyway, yeah, like...
Maybe Andy is Hitler.
I knew it.
And there's a theory for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Mine
He does mark all of his toys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
well,
he does.
anyway, and he puts them all in a chest for safekeeping. Oh my god!
Mine toys.
Ah!
Oh.
That's called the movie Sausage Party. And
Yeah.
But yes.
Very. That was such a good movie, to be honest. Sausage Party.
I still haven't seen it.
It's great.
Oh my god.
I know.
It's great.
I've seen
ridiculous.
bits and pieces.
Great cast too.
Which I think could have also been the name of that movie, Bits and Pieces.
Bits and Pieces.
Yes. I'd pay for a ticket for a movie called Bits and Pieces.
That should be the Sausage Party spin-off, Bits and Pieces.
Yes.
I would watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, the other thing is, so not only the Care Bear in Toy Story 3, but if you've seen Toy Story 3, well, the baby, don't even get me started. That's what nightmares are made of.
That baby's freaky.
But even towards the end of Toy Story 3, where they're being pulled into the incinerator.
Oh, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Disney does do scary really well.
And that's Pixar, so it's a little bit different, but still. A fun fact, I watched Sausage Party on a plane, and the entire ending just said censored with a black screen, and then the movie ended. What? How?
There's just
so
too much.
Funny.
There's too much.
All
so
that's
funny.
set up for just censor.
So I'm pretty sure. So I watched on a plane. I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I'm fairly sure the movie's 3.5 hours long. But the movie that I watched was only 2.5 hours long. So I'm wondering where the rest of that went.
It was too.
Sex scene.
It was too Tarantino for the plane ride.
Too Tarantino.
Too many feet.
There's so much blood everywhere. That's a Tarantino movie for you. But it was good. Anyway, that was
to this
a little
day I've
sidetrack.
never seen a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Really?
You should watch one.
Never seen a single one.
Sin City. That was
Cincinnati?
Sin City was animated to a certain extent, wasn't it?
Sin City?
Am I not talking about the same thing that I think I'm talking about?
No. I've only seen one of those, to be honest. I haven't really. I know it's black and white, but
Yeah, wasn't it Tarantino? Or am I just
I don't think
wrong?
it was.
I watched
I don't know.
I watched it with Nick Cordonier, and that is the sole reason that I think it's Quentin Tarantino. So
Robert Rodriguez.
that's the one.
There it is.
Thank
you,
you,
Matt.
I appreciate it.
Spy Kids! Yeah!
And we're back.
And we're back. Remember when we spent the entire political debate talking about Spy Kid?
That's why I wouldn't be president.
Right.
I was a wall of text, thank you very much.
Let's talk
Yes, he
about
was.
Spy Kids for a moment then. Spy Kids 3D was mainly CGI.
So bad.
Oh yeah.
It was
If you're gonna
awful.
sell it with 3D.
Yeah, it was mainly CGI, and here's the thing. The plot was great.
Yes.
The movie itself was mediocre at best. But, you know,
The CGI
made it
awful.
bad. Yeah. But here's the thing, too. So if we're going to talk about animation, I want to close on what you want to talk about, Pablo. So for the next 5 or so minutes, I want to talk about Avatar.
Ooh, okay.
Not The Last Airbender, but the Blue People movie.
Matt's leaving.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Although The Last Airbender is great, I want to talk about how far animation has come and what it is now.
Yeah.
Because Avatar, I mean, it was phenomenal. Not necessarily plot-wise, not necessarily. It didn't break
It was
boundaries
Pocahontas.
as a movie, but it really did break boundaries in animation and CGI. It was incredible.
And they have like
What,
5 more
2000?
movies lined up.
Yeah, they do have a ton of movies lined up, and he was just. I have already forgotten the director's name.
James Cameron.
Thank you. That's
Thank
the
you.
guy. But he was just waiting for technology to advance enough for him to make that movie because
Yeah.
he knew he wanted to make it. But yeah, it's crazy the things that we can do with animation now, and it's crazy how safe actors can be because of animation now.
Yeah.
So I met a gentleman who unfortunately now is becoming more and more obsolete. His job is becoming more. He's not becoming more and more obsolete.
He's no use to me anymore.
He actually got his arm chopped off yesterday.
No, but his position is becoming more and more obsolete, and that's a practical special effects.
Oh, see, I think they need to do more practical things. I love practical effects.
And here's the thing. I love practical effects too, but if you can CGI that the house is on fire and that an actor is running through it, then you don't have to have an actor running through a house that's on fire.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that practical special effects can be done fairly safely. My fear is that when they're not able to be, when it's not fairly safe, or when it's only fairly safe, then it can become really dangerous for people.
Yeah.
And I know of a bunch of stunt people who have died just doing their job. Just trying to make a film. And I don't think that making a film is necessarily a life or death art form. You know, I don't think that making a film should cause you to die. I just don't. And so I love CGI because we can save actors and we can save technicians and we can save people from having mistakes. Christopher Nolan uses a lot of practical effects.
So, Christopher Nolan, I don't know, have either of you seen Tenet yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Tenet has a scene in which they crash a plane into the airport. And while I was watching it in theaters, I was like, wow, those miniatures are really good. And then I was doing some research afterwards. They actually crashed a full plane into an airport for this movie.
Wow.
They got a full Boeing 737 and crashed it into an airport.
Yes.
Yes.
Pleasantly Purple save actors and people.
Because actors aren't people.
Actors are not.
Right, they're not people.
No.
One thing I want to talk about real quick when it comes to animation, and it's kind of still animation, is I think there's this really cool thing happening where green screens are becoming obsolete.
I'm using one right now.
You're using
Just wait for it to start glitching.
Right.
But what I think is really intriguing is specifically in the show The Mandalorian. They use on their sets, they use high definition screens in the background that actually are synced to the camera and move with the camera.
Ooh, okay.
To create backgrounds that look like you're actually there. And it's really cool.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're talking about.
Yes.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's really intriguing, really cool. I'm scared to watch Tenet because I feel like it'll make me feel stupid. It will. It will definitely.
No worries.
Don't worry.
This is like the second time today we've been told we should watch Tenet.
You should watch Tenet. Was the first time also by me?
Actually, no. We were on a call earlier with my cousin who's helping us with the logo, and he said the last time he went to the theaters was to watch Tenet. He said you guys should watch Tenet.
It's so good. It is such a good movie.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, guys, if you're keeping up with it, the logo should be up and running hopefully soon, like in the next week or so.
Yeah. I'm excited. Speaking of which, I forgot to shout out some people. So if you are watching on YouTube or if you're watching live tonight, I do want to shout out we are Illy Wonka for following, dropping a follow while we were not live. So thanks so much. That brings us one step closer.
Cool name, by the way.
Yeah, that brings us one step closer to our follower goal, which is 50. We're trying to get to 50 followers by Christmas. We're hoping that it works. So
that'd be a nice Christmas gift.
It would be a nice Christmas gift. So yeah, we do have up in the top corner of the screen, up above Pablo over there. We do have a follower goal, and 50 by Christmas is the hope. As soon as we hit 50 followers, we can start putting out some awesome content for you guys.
Oh yes,
more than just us talking randomly, but also things that you can participate in. And we'd love to get that up and running as soon as possible. So the more followers, the better. If you aren't subscribed to our YouTube page, also be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell notification, because then you'll get notifications about it. And you'll know when we post videos. And also, if you are subscribed over on the YouTube page, but you haven't come over to Twitch to check us out live, we'd love to get you over here, because you guys can participate in the conversation.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear you in chat.
We want you guys to be as much part of this as we are.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so it would be really awesome of you if you would just come on over and check us out live. And if you want to, feel free to drop some comments on YouTube as well. I will read all of them, and I will participate
as will I.
Way. So yeah, with all that formal business out of the way, Pablo, let's talk about your background.
Yes. So when you asked me what my favorite, animated movie was, I was gonna say Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but that wouldn't be fair because it's not fully 2D, for it is a hybrid. And I just gotta say off the bat that Who Framed Roger Rabbit is very much one of my all-time favorite movies, because it's, I don't know, like, talk about a good marriage of mediums, because you have all these live action actors, a great film noir setting, just it really takes you back to, like, that nice, good and gritty detective movie. And then you get like these animated co-stars and settings, and it's, I don't know, it was so seamlessly done, especially for their time. And Jessica Rabbit was
when I knew I liked girls. Yeah.
Matt. Yes.
I don't know, Bugs Bunny.
You put on a wig that one day and
No, so I never watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit until really late in my life. So when I knew I liked girls was actually with Roxanne from a Goofy movie. But that's beside the point.
Either way, animation brought you into
the mom
that.
from The Incredibles.
Ellen
Parr. Ellen Parr is my.
That's so.
That's
funny.
great.
That's hilarious. Anyway, but yeah. Anywho. But yeah. So, Who Framed Roger Rabbit to me is just an epic film.
Couldn't agree more, Matt. Couldn't agree more.
All Pixar women are, though, to be honest.
Like cold peanut butter.
Mom isn't.
Well, Bambi's mom
isn't Pixar, but I just wanted to throw that in.
Anyway, but yeah, so for me, I thought it was an incredible work of art, not only because of the animation and because it was animated on top of live action, but then also all of the intricate puppetry and robotics that
practical effects at its best.
Oh, for real. It was so well done. And to see the behind the scenes in that was just
it's a delight.
Like it was amazing. And my favorite part of the behind the scenes is just how hard all of those actors are working.
Oh yeah.
Because, as a reactor, that was just blew the punchline. But no, as an actor.
Here, let's start all over.
And take two. As an actor, your entire job is to react to your given circumstances and react to what's happening with you. And that's really hard to do.
So you're a reactor.
Yes.
Oh, God.
One for me.
Yeah, so you're a reactor, and so to do that when there's nothing actually there, or when there's just a cardboard cutout and some guy's voice behind the camera, or whatever's going on in that situation,
They had rubber dummies to give Bob Hoskins an idea of where these these characters are going to be or what they look like. In fact, he said that he after for well after the movie had released and everything, he still heard voices.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That's got to be rough.
That is.
Yeah. Because you're just acting with nothing and you're hearing a voice. Like, that's all.
And honestly, if that's a type of movie that I would love to be involved in. Something that's like a hybrid with just heavy, practical effects.
So you'd like to subject yourself to absolute madness, is what you're telling me.
I mean, I already do, but I'd like to get paid for it.
There you go. That's pretty accurate, I feel. Like, but yeah, no, I think that film was truly a work of art, and I think they should. The other thing that's great about it is the amount of Warner Brothers versus Disney screen time.
Yeah, exactly equal.
Yeah, which I absolutely love. Like contractually.
And can we talk about you have both ducks in a piano battle?
Yeah, right.
It's
beautiful.
It's beautiful. Just chef's kiss. Mm.
And things like that. I wish they were done more now. Like I wish we could have more like traditional crossovers and stuff like that. Like I was saying before, with the Mickey Mouse. Well, let's call them the Mickey Mouse, the House of Mouse characters, like Mickey and Goofy and Donald and Pete and the like, and Pluto, and I wanted to mention Pluto.
And I'm sure there are other ones, but
and there are others, but
Minnie and Daisy are like
a cow or something.
Women don't matter. I'm sorry, canceled. We're canceled. But we really do need a canceled command. That's gonna be my next job, Matt. I'm gonna give you a cancel command. So just be ready.
It's very not difficult to do.
I know, but I'm gonna give it to him so that.
I love how much power we're progressively giving Matt.
Yeah, Matt is gonna be the owner of the stream by the end of this.
Yeah.
And, but yeah. See, we're canceled. It's done. I'm sorry. But yeah.
Can
anyway.
we get canceled for saying canceled too much?
No.
I'm sure there is. There's a way.
But yeah, I definitely think that there should be more traditional cartoons again. Like, even if I would hate to see them remastered, like, in 3D. Like, I don't want to see Mickey Mouse in, like, complete 3D live action weirdness. I don't want to see that. I want to see traditional Mickey Mouse again. And I just want to see them do more with his character.
Yeah.
And same with the Warner Brothers. Like, well, Animaniacs
I was going
is
to say,
getting its
isn't
revival.
Animaniacs coming back? Yeah.
And
Yeah. I don't know if I've said it in this.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't know if I've said it in this show before, but if I had it my way, I would have like the Animaniacs property to be like the Deadpool of the Warner Brothers cinematic universe. Like, say you're watching Batman and it just pans to the city and it's straight up a Batman movie, but then all of a sudden, just way back in the back, it hardly takes any like importance or attention in the movie, but you just see the Warner Brothers running like through the alleys and they're being chased by like the guard with the net, like da 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 da, and it just pans through.
Yeah. It's that da 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 da, and then there's this like piccolo, and then that's the end. Like that is it.
Oh yeah, of him trailing behind like.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I think that the first of all, from what I see of the new Animaniacs trailers and stuff like that, it looks like it's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's out on Hulu now.
Is it really?
I believe
Well,
so.
I think
know
it
what I'm
is.
watching tonight. But yeah, I just want more of that. More Bugs Bunny, more original cartoons, but now.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm sure that it's all, they're gonna have their own thing where it's not too practical effects or whatever, but it's a step forward into trying to bring that back. But I don't know if anybody's seen the trailer for the Tom and Jerry movie, You know, I've already heard mixed things about it. People are like, no, I don't want to, but people are very excited. I'm on that side.
I'm excited
because I miss Tom and Jerry. You get that classic, you know, slapstick cartoon, and you know, it's just brought back into a hybrid and bringing it back to this time period and updating it.
Right.
And Space Jam is doing the same thing. They're going to be much grander than the first movie, and they're going to incorporate a lot more Warner Brothers IPs, like you know, Harry Potter, or even like The Mask, or Pennywise the Clown. They're definitely going to go heavy on the Space Jam movie, which I'm looking forward to. But
you know they're coming out with a musical.
Are they really?
Who?
I love
Space
that.
Jam musical, yeah.
Oh.
It was originally supposed to be Alex Brightman as Bugs Bunny, and then Michael B. Jordan as Michael Jordan.
I'd watch that.
I'd
watch
Jordan as Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Because, you know, when you
Yeah.
have somebody named Michael Jordan, use him as Michael Jordan.
Oh my God. Oh, so there's another Warner Brothers cartoon, that movie that's that's in the works.
Okay. I'll be back.
But it'll be another live action and animated
This
hybrid.
is my stream now. This is mine.
How's it feel, Noah? It's our show now.
Feels good. It's now called 120 something and 118, almost 19-year-old. But anyway, what were you saying?
So yeah, it'll be Wile E. Coyote, and it's supposed to be this. It's supposed to follow this whole lawsuit between Wile E. Coyote and the Acme Company for giving him all these faulty artifacts or just supplies that he's been using to catch the Roadrunner. But I don't know. I just love they're bringing back a lot of classics into today's setting.
Yeah, that sounds really intriguing. I do like how Warner Brothers is doing that. I think it'd be really nice if we could see Disney follow suit with that and bring back more original Mickey Mouse stuff, and that'd be really interesting. I think in like the modern context of doing classic things with a different spin, I think it'd be really interesting to see like an animated movie from Steamboat Willie, from Pete's point of view.
Oh yeah.
I think
I could watch
funny.
a Pete movie.
And
I'm down for that.
Right? And then it's just Pete trying to live his life and trying to be Pete.
Yeah. No, I'm still down for that one.
Right? Oh, I think that'd be fun.
Matt says people are just really sensitive about their favorite properties being rebooted. Yes. I agree. You know, when there's something you love and treasure so much, you know, it's normal. You don't want anybody to touch it or mess with it. But you know, it's one of those things where
how dare
yes. We've been talking.
He was doing better than I usually do.
We've been talking about it, and I think we're going in a different direction, Jacob. And it was nice working with you.
This is my channel.
I will still need your setup, though.
Actually, it's Matt's channel now.
Oh, yeah, you always think that, but it's always Auburn. So
wait,
I don't know
I got a red hat. I'll be right back.
Okay, well, now Noah's leaving. So it's my Twitch again. Anyway, yeah. What were you guys talking about while I was gone?
We were talking about bringing classics into our time period, because there's so much they can play with now. And Matt was just talking about how people are sensitive about people rebooting their favorite properties, which, like I said, it's totally normal because there's something that you treasure, you love, and you don't want anybody to touch it or mess with it.
Can I be blunt? To those people,
yes.
Get over it. Here's the thing.
Right.
Here's the thing. To those people, you're in your 20s or even later. It's not for you. It's not written for you. Now that's just a weird hat.
All that.
Is that Marlboro?
Yes, it is.
Even better. No,
that's great.
To those
you look so Midwest.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's not for you. Like Mary Poppins Returns. That was not for the people that watched Mary Poppins and loved it.
No.
I still loved it.
I enjoyed Mary Poppins Returns.
Yeah.
And I did too. But it wasn't for me because I had seen Mary Poppins. I grew up with Mary Poppins and I loved Mary Poppins. That was for me.
they also like to throw in some type of fan service.
Yeah, but I don't agree with it. and I think if you're going to reboot something and make it modern, then your entire goal with making it modern is tailoring it to a different audience. And so your original audience is always going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look at Teen Titans. I like the original Teen Titans, and then right now they have Teen Titans Go, which went in a completely different direction.
But people like it.
Yeah.
Right. It's tailored to this audience.
I like Teen Titans Go. I like the original Teen Titans more, but I do like Teen Titans Go.
What I don't like is when people do a reboot, they make it tailored to a different audience, but required that you see the original. Like The Lion King. The live-action Lion King movie had inside jokes from the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do that. If you're tailoring it to a different audience, if you're making it for a new generation, then why? Why would you put inside jokes in it? It doesn't make any sense.
Also, I love that we call it live action. Like, really?
I mean, the ground was real,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, sure.
I'm still very amazed by how they did all that stuff in Lion King.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, well, okay, so I don't think the live
And just as I
action
said
Lion King,
that.
I don't think the live action Lion King is absolute garbage.
I just
There
think it's
are
bad.
merits to it. I just think it was very poorly executed.
Yeah.
I think that they didn't think things through. I think that they cast it incorrectly. I think that calling it live action was silly. I think that it was just wrong on a lot of levels. Did I think that the animation was good? Yes.
Whew, so good.
Yes. Did I think that the vocals that were in it were pretty good for the most part, and I'm going to exclude a couple different vocals? Yes. I think they were pretty good for the most part, and I'm going to exclude a couple different vocals. But as a movie in its entirety, it didn't work. It didn't live up to its purpose at all. Anyway, that's my Lion King rant. I'm done now.
Cool.
So
I did like the Jungle Book though.
The live action Jungle Book.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait a second, because there were a couple came out like right around the same time.
The Jon Favreau one.
Is the Jon Favreau one with the giant
It's with
animals?
Bill Murray, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was good.
I did enjoy that one.
There was another one too, and I can't remember it. Yes, remove
Remove
so
Soapbox.
Yeah.
Yes. Something about a guy wearing a red hat ranting just sets it's a little uneasy
And
right
we're
now.
done. And we're done.
Yeah, about that. So how's it hanging, Jesus?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I
You know,
remember when that used to be
just
me.
drinking some wine.
Boo.
Anyway.
Boo.
Okay. But yeah. So what was I was gonna say one more thing. I was gonna wrap up my Lion King conversation by saying if the movie is done correctly and truly tailored to a different audience, I don't mind the fact that it doesn't live up to the original, because the original will always be nostalgic to you because it was tailored to you.
Yeah.
And the
That's the thing. Reboots don't, they're not negating what happened before. They're not telling you, oh, forget about the original. No, it's just they're just giving you an alternate view at it.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think that I think that stuff like that is really intricate. It's really like, are we gonna step on our fans' toes and stuff like that? But I think it's something that you shouldn't be as worried about, especially introducing it to a new generation, just like Matt literally just said. Yes. Yeah.
On point.
Yeah, good. That was great. But yeah, exactly. So, with stuff like Mary Poppins Returns, for instance, I don't think that it's better than Mary Poppins. No. I also don't think that it's worse than Mary Poppins, and it did not disappoint me in any single way whatsoever. I think that Mary Poppins Returns was fantastic as a movie. But it was just a movie. It was just another Mary Poppins variation. It wasn't Julie Andrews.
No.
You know, it wasn't.
And
it
they still followed the same formula and structure of the original.
To a T, yeah.
To a T.
Yeah. Well, okay, so like Disney's doing a bunch of live actions right now, right? So, which is funny because a lot of things in the Disney live action movies are CGI animated.
Yeah.
Like Lion King, obviously. Aladdin with Will Smith. A lot of Will Smith's parts are CGI.
Yeah.
And I think it's testing the water just like they did with 3D animation, you know, in the 90s and 2000s.
I'm sorry, I read Matt's comment. Lilo and Stitch live action would be awesome.
Yeah.
It's in the works.
Yeah, is it really?
Yeah, for Disney Plus.
I literally had no idea. I'm so far out of the loop. Why am I out of the loop on these things?
Get back into the loop.
To be honest, I didn't know anything was in the works because of what's going on in the world right now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
but Friday? Is that what we're talking about? Fridays? They're just the worst. Kidding. Today's not
Monday.
even Friday.
Today's Monday.
Okay, I'm on break. I don't have to think about days.
No, I feel that. That's
fine. I don't know. I haven't been out there.
This is actually my Saturday.
It's my Sunday, so we're all confused. Hey, nice. Matt got a haircut
Proud
this
of you,
week.
Matt.
But so
Did you get rid of the lights?
Matt's doing the right thing.
Yikes. Jeez.
Kidding.
You didn't even know
I
that.
know. I don't even know that at all.
Matt, I think you look great.
This guy to the street. You get out.
You did.
You invited me.
No, but
Well, I did too, to be honest.
No, but like the live action Aladdin, although it did not live up to the other Aladdin, I think it was good in a lot of other ways. And I think if you had not seen the original Aladdin and had just seen that, you'd be like, oh yeah, this is great. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think you'd have a problem with it at all. I do think that a lot of things are wrong with it. But maybe we should talk about that on a different stream.
Remakes and reboots? I agree.
Yeah.
Remakes and reboots. I like that.
Remakes and reboots. Let's make it a stream.
Oh my.
Remakes, redos, and reboots. Oh my.
Yes.
I love it. But yeah. Anyway, we're getting close to the end of the stream here. So anybody who's watching now, do you have any other questions for us? Remakes
and root beer.
Reboots and root beer.
I like
Absolutely. But do you have any other questions for us? I guess specifically about animation, but if not about animation, about
because we know so much.
Yes,
Spy Kids.
Because Spy Kids, we know so much. So
Yet
you know,
so little.
just ask us anything. If you have any questions, let us know. Do you have anything that you wanted to talk about, Pablo, before we wrap things up?
No, I think we've covered a lot.
I think we have too.
Yeah, we covered everything I was going to talk about.
Okay, cool. Did you have anything you wanted to talk
No,
about?
we
He
talked
is
about
the one
everything.
who brought up animation in the first place.
I did.
So
I did say that.
you know, I'm glad that he's here with us to discuss it again.
Oui.
Oui, mon petit chéri. We didn't talk about VeggieTales as much as I wanted, but that's fine. You know.
There's not much to talk about VeggieTales, honestly.
Other than it's just fantastic and everybody should watch it.
And
And
it was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And I go to school that Mike Naraki works at.
yeah, there is that.
My good friend Mike.
Yeah, so if any of you want to go to Lipscomb University, just remember that Larry the Cucumber also works at Lipscomb
Also,
University.
the guy that animated Mushu.
Wait, Mike Naraki?
No. No, different guy.
Okay.
But he also
I was
works at
confused.
Lipscomb.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
no, our film department is insane.
Yeah.
Steve Taylor, if you've heard of
Nice.
him, he's done a lot of like Christian stuff.
You dropped another thing.
Yeah, no. Thank you.
We don't name drop on stream mostly because we don't know people. So this whole name dropping thing is crazy.
The whole VeggieTales stream.
You know what? I was kind of thinking about that, and I was
That'd be
kind of
awesome.
thinking about analyzing. I was thinking about making that one of my streams and legitimately analyzing the concept of VeggieTales as a whole and why it works and why it would be like it's like lasted so long and it's multi-generational and stuff like that. So yeah, I might do that as one of my streams.
You might not invite Pablo at all because screw Pablo.
Would you rather get financial advice from Mr.
What?
Krabs or Mr. Burns? Mr. Burns, for sure.
I'm going Krabs.
Did you read that comment, Pablo?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would
Mr. Burns.
I would definitely go with Mr. Burns.
I'm going Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. I think that Mr. Burns has the right I don't know, I guess maniacal touch when it comes to giving advice and stuff like that.
Plus, he stays rich. I mean, in all 30 seasons that I've seen, he stays rich.
That's fair. That's fair.
And whereas Mr. Krabs, fluctuates. And he's always, I think Mr.
If I could have my pick.
Go ahead. We lost him again.
Dang.
Well, that's as good a time as any to wrap things up anyway.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry, there was a lag.
No.
If I had my pick, I'd say Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course.
That's a good pick. That is a good pick.
But yeah, I think Mr. Krabs is just always chasing money. Like, I don't think he would really have good financial advice because he's always chasing it. He doesn't ever have a ton of money. He's just well, I guess he does, but
Yeah, he's pretty rich.
Anyway, I'm wrong about a lot of things. And with that, that's got to be a quote, Matt. I'm wrong about a lot of things. But yeah, with that, anyway, we are going to go ahead and wrap up this stream. It has been great hanging out with you guys for the last couple of hours. And again, we want to thank not We Are Willy Wonka, but We Are Illy Wonka for that follow. Thank you guys for hanging out with us in chat, and thanks for all the comments. Thanks for adding that quote, Matt.
Matt knows what's up.
Matt knows what's up. But yeah, thank you guys so much for popping in chat, hanging out with us for this long time. And if you're watching us on YouTube after the fact, be sure to, like I said, subscribe and drop a comment. Let us know you're watching. Let us know you're here because we care. And let's give a hand to Noah for being our first special guest on the show. Ooh.
Matt knows what's up. Yeah, he does.
Matt also added the quote, Matt knows what's up. I like that so much. But with that, I am going to go ahead and try to find a party to raid to. So let's see. I
guess I should join the stream.
Yeah, let's see who. Okay, so one of my followers is a piano player, or one of my followers. One of my follows is a piano player, and it looks like he's doing some stuff right now. So I'm going to go ahead and raid his channel, and hopefully... actually, you know what? My coworker just popped up, so I'm going to raid to him instead. It looks like he's playing some Among Us, which I really enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and send you guys over to him. Be sure to let him know I said hi. And with that, I guess I will talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your evening, and see ya.